Brought to you by Piggy Bank Picks and Fantasy Fornicator.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to the Fantasy Football Crackbacks. This is your boy, Johnny Legend. You guys know me as Fantasy Fornicator. Here again with my guy, Kevin Banks. You know him as Piggy Bank Picks. So today, we got the second part of our playoff push series. And today is the running backs. We got 12 of them that we like. Schedule-wise, it's going to help you guys win your championships. Kevin, go ahead. Hit him with the first one.
My first one, man, is going to be Le'Veon Bell. And, man, I like Le'Veon. He's been getting about 100 scrimmage yards every week. He's been doing pretty good the last 4 weeks, man. I mean, it's like 15-plus points. That's his average last month. And let's talk about his matchups. I mean, going week 14, he's going to play the Miami Dolphins. Should have a good game there. Then he plays Baltimore the next week. That week right there, I do not I do not. I wouldn't advise anybody to go ahead and start him. I mean, yeah, Baltimore is that good, but then he plays Pittsburgh, and that's a revenge game. So you know he's going to want to go ball out there, and then he's going to end it with Buffalo. And Buffalo, you can run on Buffalo. You can't really throw on them. You saw Dak had some trouble, but Le'Veon Bell, man, I mean, he could catch, he can run. He's not getting 100 yards rushing, but he's getting 100 scrimmage yards, and that's all you need. I love him for the playoff push.
And just an involvement in that offense. The Jets actually looking pretty good right now. Offense and defense coming together. Darnold looking nice, believe it or not. And, yeah, Le'Veon Bell, an integral part of that offense, that revenge game versus the Steelers. Watch out. You know he's coming with that heat. And that's all you want is somebody that gets the majority of the touches out of that backfield, and that's Le'Veon Bell for sure.
Yeah, man. Who's your running back?
Yeah, man. First guy up, in no particular order, but I want to kick it off with my guy, Dalvin Cook. He's somebody that I was really, really high on coming into this year. Somebody that has he's fantasy MVP. You know, he's doing it for the Minnesota Vikings in all facets of the game, catching out of the backfield real nice. And, let's talk about his schedule. Week 14, he's got a home matchup versus the Lions. You know he's going to eat there. That's a plus matchup. Then he's on the road versus the Chargers. Another plus matchup. You know he's going to eat there too. Then week 16 at home versus the Packers. That's another team that you could run the ball on. All three of these games are very important. This is a player that is on a team that is playing for something. You don't have to worry about him being, the team being so far out ahead in the playoff picture in real life that they're going to limit his snaps. No, they need to win out. They're trying to win that division. So Dalvin Cook is my first running back that I got for you guys.
Yeah, man, you're very one of the few people that are really high on Cook. I knew you and Smitty from the Fantasy Football Show were really high on him, and you guys are the only two that paved the way for that. So I gotta tip my hat to that one, and I love it because Cook is one of the best running backs out there. So I'm gonna go with my second running back, and like you said, no particular order, and I'm gonna go with somebody that's gonna get a contract soon. Okay. And he didn't get the contract. He held out, and that's going to be Melvin Gordon. Melvin Gordon, man, he has about 4 touchdowns in the last 4 games, and he's just coming off a bye week, so he's fresh for this month of December coming up. And these are his matchups, okay? He has Jacksonville. He can run on that. Minnesota, that's something I would not advise to start him. But the last 2 weeks is going to be Oakland in week 16, and if you have week 17 in your particular fantasy league, he plays the Kansas City Chiefs, a rival. So I like Melvin Gordon. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball. He's getting 100 yards here and there. And I'm really excited for Melvin Gordon because he's, auditioning for his next team because I do not believe he's going to be a Charger next year. And Melvin Gordon's going to have to, show some tape to get big bucks. And I say he's going to do it for fantasy owners in this stretch. You're running back, man?
Yeah, just real quick with that whole Melvin Gordon situation, we saw the holdout backfire on a lot of players in the past, and he, started off a little cold, and he's coming into his own, like you said, coming off the bye week and all that stuff, so he's looking a lot better. He is a PPR type of running back too. Eckler helps him out, helps him keep fresh, and, from now on, it's just takeoff mode. He's trying to get that check. He's trying to get that payola, so Melvin Gordon, I like that one. My next guy, I'm going to keep it in the NFC North. I like this division a lot for running backs coming into the year. And another one, rivals of the Bears, Packers own Aaron Jones, somebody that has been taken off, somebody that has answered a lot of questions as far as like is he capable of being a lead back, and he's proven that. And I know that he's getting some touches taken away with the other running back Williams over there, but still at the end of the day, he's still producing top-notch numbers. And let's go over his schedule. Week 14 at home versus the Washington Redskins. Forget about it. That's gonna be straight cake game right there. Then the next one is the Bears at home. The Bears without Akeem Hicks, we've been talking about this. They're not the same team. They can get ran through, and that's what's going to happen with Aaron Jones. Week 16, a tougher matchup on the road versus the Vikings. But, the way that he gets involved in a PPR game, the way Aaron Rodgers looks for him, it's only a plus. You want somebody that gets a lot of touches. This is definitely one of those backs, and he's an explosive dude that is involved heavily in the game plan. So Aaron Jones, my second running back for the Green Bay Packers.
Now, I love that you bring running backs back to back that I wasn't high on. I'm sorry, fantasy fellas. I wasn't high on these guys. I didn't think, I knew they were talented. I just didn't think they could either, one, stay healthy, or two, handle the workload, answer those questions. We're not perfect. I love those guys, especially for the stretch, because, they proved me wrong. And all I could give is credit to those that were believing in them, and that was you. So yin and yang over here, man. But we're going to go off with the, running back rookie of the year probably. And that's going to be my boy Josh Jacobs. Raider Nation, stand up, because you picked a good one. Running back from Alabama is just, doing his thing. He's a primary back. He's a bell cow, if you will. And he can catch a little bit too, man. And we're going to talk about his matchups here. Got the Tennessee Titans, Jacksonville Jaguars, the Chargers. Now, those matchups right there, I don't care actually who this guy faces, because he gets the ball. I mean, he gets a lot of carries, and he's going to end up with Denver too, week 17, just in case those people that do play the full season. But yeah, man, I love Josh Jacobs, the way he runs. Gruden loves his RB1s, man, and there's not too many people taking carries away from him. So I think Josh Jacobs is somebody that can win your league for you, in the stretch right here in the playoffs, and you're going to be very thankful that you took him in the third or fourth round, whatever his ADP was, and you're going to be like, I got this chip. And that's because Josh Jacobs is on your squad. Those are my three guys that I like, and there's three more. So any thoughts on Josh Jacobs?
Josh Jacobs, one thing about John Gruden is he involves his running backs heavily. He doesn't care if you're a rookie or not. We saw it in Tampa Bay with Cadillac Williams. He's doing it again with Josh Jacobs. And yes, he might have a tough matchup with Denver, whatever the case. But the thing is, he's a focal point of that offense. And during the playoff stretch, all you want is a player that gets those touches, secure touches, and that's what he has. So definitely rocking with that, Josh Jacobs, no doubt. Let me go with my third running back that I got. And I got to mention my guy for the Seattle Seahawks, Chris Carson, who has been doing his thing. I know he's been having some fumbling issues, but that's been happening throughout the year. One thing about him, he gets those tough yards. He gets those in between the tackle runs. That's why Pete Carroll keeps going to him. He is dropping the ball. There was a miscommunication with Russell Wilson as far as like the handoff. I'm not really so sure what happened. It looked like he thought it was maybe a play action. I don't know. But Chris Carson, he has the vote of confidence from Pete Carroll. Rashad Penny is getting involved more and more. But at the end of the day, you're going to go with Carson. He is that guy. He is that dude. Russell Wilson raves about him. Carroll loves him, keeps giving him those chances. Let's go over the schedule. Week 14 at home versus the Rams. That's a matchup that's a little bit tougher. But that's those division games. Chris Carson is going to step up. I believe we saw him catch a touchdown earlier in the year against them on a primetime game, one where he kind of bobbled it and caught it in the end zone. I think it was that game. But Chris Carson will step up in that one. On the road versus Carolina, that's a plus matchup. You can run on them. And Chris Carson is going to get off there week 15. Week 16 at home versus the Cardinals. That game, I have a feeling, I've been calling it for a little bit, that's going to be a shootout. I feel like whenever there's a shootout, it's going to be fantasy points. Chris Carson is going to come through. So Chris Carson, my number 3 running back.
I like that, man. I like Chris Carson a lot. Have him in a couple of my leagues, and I'm really looking forward to him, finishing strong, especially with those matchups there. I think he can run through all those defenses, the Rams, the ones that you had mentioned, man. So I really like Chris Carson. Yeah, people like Penny, and he's going to get his carries here. But when it's cold out there, running game, running game, running game, and they're going to run to the playoffs. Seahawks getting ready. Carson is a great guy to look forward to, man. So my next guy is going to be another rookie. That's going to be Devin Singletary. Now, Devin Singletary is averaging 15.6 carries lately, okay? So I'll take that, man. He's been doing pretty darn good on those touches. And then, so the first week 14 is going to play Baltimore. So I just don't mess with Baltimore, man. Don't start them. But listen to these last three. It's going to be Pittsburgh, the Patriots, and the Jets. That's where he's going to end up. And I like all of those because I think you can run on Pittsburgh, especially Devin Singletary, the way he's so speedy and he can catch the ball too. And he's just, Frank Gore is just, little by little, they're just, pulling back and letting Singletary do his thing. So he's fresh right now and he's a rookie. Then when he plays the Patriots, the Buffalo Bills are going to be in a very close game, just like we've seen before with the Patriots. And the run game is going to be vital in this game. Okay, so and Devin Singletary is going to be leading those backs and catching off the backfield for Josh Allen. So I expect him to actually have a pretty decent game there. And then finishing off with the Jets, he's going to run all over them. I love Devin Singletary. Get those rookies that I'm talking about, Josh Jacobs, Devin Singletary. If they're on your lineups, you're going to be poised to win this chip, man. It's just what it's all about. We want the journey. We want the bragging rights. We want the money. Whatever it comes with, that's what we want. These are our guys. And I'll let you take it away.
Yeah, man, Devin Singletary, he's somebody I'm so excited for going into next year, man. He's somebody that I'm going to be high on. So a little sneak preview to, the fantasy fornicators, a little wild side, he's going to be somebody I'm going to be high on. So Devin Singletary, getting the touches, Frank Gore getting scaled back. You want volume, and he's getting it right now. We saw him catch a touchdown against the Cowboys, so they'd like to involve him in a passing game as well. Let me go with the number 4 running back that I have, Nick Chubb, another running back I was high on, somebody that I was not scared when Kareem Hunt got signed to the team. My whole philosophy on that is with Nick Chubb, he was getting all these touches prior to Hunt coming there, volume, right? Now it's not, so much volume, it's more quality touches because Hunt comes in, he's going to keep him fresh. Keep him fresh for the playoffs, for that championship, for that trophy, for that money, for that belt, for the bragging rights. So Nick Chubb is my number 4. Let's go over his playoff schedule. At home versus the Bengals, forget about that one. He's going to run right through them. Arizona Cardinals, you guys already know they got no defense. He does finish up with a tough one versus Baltimore at home. My philosophy on this, if he gets you to that game, to that championship game, you write it out. You're happy you're in that championship game. And if he took you there, you play him there. No questions asked. Nick Chubb is a big part of that Cleveland Browns offense. We know this. And if he gets you to week 16 in that championship game versus the Baltimore Ravens at home, you put him in and you win your chip.
I like that, man. I like that a lot. I like Chubb, man. You're that's another person you were really high on. I clearly remember. I liked him too, man. I liked him a lot too. Maybe not as much as you did, but he was definitely a top 10 running back for me. But I'm gonna piggy bank a little bit off you, man. And piggy bank, piggyback. So, and that's gonna be Kareem Hunt, man. I like Kareem Hunt for this stretch, and for those reasons that you brought up, that he makes him fresh. And I feel like the Cleveland Browns know that their defense without Myles Garrett, they're gonna have to control the time of possession. And that's going to be through the running game. Even though Javaris Landry's having a great game, it looks like OBJ is getting, his hands on some balls too. But the running game is what Cleveland's going to have to do through the stretch, and to keep him, fresh. It's going to have to be Kareem Hunt. He's been looking like he's going to get the ball some more, and this is someone else that, remember, guys, he wants a contract. Just like Melvin Gordon, this guy's hungry. He doesn't want $3 million for this year. He's trying to put some tape for next year. So there might be a team like Miami that might throw money at him. There might be a team like, I don't know, maybe the Lions. They need a running back. So Kareem Hunt is going to be on a team next year, and he's going to have to prove himself. And those matchups you talked about, Cincinnati, piece of cake. Arizona, piece of cake. Baltimore, I wouldn't start him there because I believe Kareem Hunt is a great flex for the stretch. Let me be clear. He's not an RB1, RB2. He's a great flex. And then week 17, if you guys do play that, once again he plays Cincinnati. So what else do you want from your flex? I like Kareem Hunt, and that's all I gotta say, bro.
Yeah, Kareem Hunt, Chubb, definitely playable guys. I mean, Hunt is definitely playable. We know Chubb is no questions. So it's nice to know that scheduling. It's nice to know that he's being incorporated more in that offense. Then there's an incentive. He's playing for that contract, like you just stated. He needs that. He wants that money. He needs to perform, and he will. There's going to be teams out there, Dolphins, like you said, possibly. I don't know. I know that shot with the Lions with on Johnson, but I'll take that one. I was high on Carry On, but truth is, Kareem Hunt is talented. We know this, and he's gonna show it on the field. He's gonna get paid. We don't know by who, but he's gonna help all of us in the playoff run for fantasy.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me go with another one, and I've been keeping it very, very NFC North heavy. David Montgomery, Chicago Bears. Somebody I was extremely high on, maybe over the top, but you know what?
How? Why?
For those that held on to him up until now, I'm telling you, it's going to pay off. Let's go over his playoff schedule. Week 14 at home versus the Dallas Cowboys. We saw Singletary just have a nice game against them. You can run on the Cowboys. They're like a middle of a pack run defense. Speaking of pack, on the road versus the Packers, that's a plus matchup. In the cold, the Bears are going to have to run that ball, and they've been running the ball. And Monty is getting heavily involved, so I guess the Packers love that matchup. Then week 16, one of the worst rush defenses in the NFL at home versus Kansas City Chiefs. And you know it's going to be a little extra there. Andy Reid versus Matt Nagy. It's going to be a little, student, teacher, pupil type of thing going on there. And we're going to see David Montgomery do his thing, do his Kareem Hunt impersonation, and get off on the Chiefs. So David Montgomery, for all of you brave souls that have stuck with me and held on to him, this is where he pays off. Going to get that chip, get that money, and make me redeem myself for, recommending him so high. So David Montgomery, Chicago Bears, my 5th running back.
I got lucky in this one league because he was going early at his 3rd rounds in some leagues because all the hype that he got because of people like you. But you know what? In one particular league, I got him in the 6th round. I felt comfortable there. He didn't hurt me necessarily because the 6th round shouldn't kill you or make you unless that's just a home run hit. But I like David Montgomery, man. He's coming to his own. Nagy, started getting some of his brain cells back and going back to the running game and using probably his best weapon on offense besides Allen Robertson over there. So yeah, man, I like it. I like David Montgomery, especially when it gets cold. He's gonna do his thing and be a soldier. No pun intended to that field. So my running back, and this is my last one, folks, and it's going to be, I go AFC heavy, you went NFC heavy, and it's going to be the AFC West because it's going to be my 3rd running back there. That's going to be Phillip Lindsay, okay? Phillip Lindsay, let's talk about it. Has he been disappointing lately? Yes, he has, but don't lose hope. This is the stretch, fellas. This is what we've been waiting for, and he's going to be playing Houston, the Chiefs, Detroit. My boy told you why, you can run all over these guys. And then he ended up in week 17 in Oakland. He's going to kill these guys, and he's going to be a PPR dude, and everyone's going to talk about Lindsey next year being, a better back, top 15 probably, because he's going to end it strong and win somebody in their flex, in the RB2. They're going to win you that chip, man. I really like it. Now, is he, what he's going to do with this rookie quarterback that he got? I mean, Drew Lock is the new starting quarterback for the Denver Broncos. And what does a rookie quarterback do? Check down. So who's going to check down to? Phillip Lindsay, of course. He's not going to throw it to Noah Fant because that's another rookie. He's going to throw it to Lindsay. Lindsay's going to be running the ball pretty hard. And that's how I feel about that, man. So those 6 running backs I gave you, I feel comfortable, 100% confident that these guys will get the job done or at least, help you elevate to that next level, fellas.
I love that Phillip Lindsay. Another thing that I really like about him is that Vic Fangio and the Broncos stated that Royce Freeman is getting scaled back. They want to make Lindsay the primary running back, getting the majority of the touches. And that's hurt me in a couple leagues where I had Royce Freeman, who was a decent flex play. I'm not going to say he was like doing outrageous numbers, but he was a nice safe flex play because you knew he was getting about 12 touches a game or so.
Yeah.
Not anymore. He's looking at this in the single digits. So Philip Lindsay getting that volume, and that's something that you can't take for granted. All you can ask for is opportunity, and he's getting it right now. So I love that call of Philip Lindsay, bro. My last running back, I'm gonna finish it up. Yeah, I just noticed that they're going NFC heavy, and we're gonna go with the NFC East. Philadelphia Eagles' own rookie Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders, he's been elevating his game,
Yes.
getting a little bit more accustomed into the offense, getting more touches involved in the passing game. And let's go over his schedule. Week 14 versus the Giants at home. That's a good matchup, of course. Then on the road versus the Redskins. That's a great matchup. And then week 16, going to finish at home versus the Cowboys. All division games. All of those games that you're going to have to win in the trenches. Eagles got a good O-line. And Jordan Howard's banged up too. And this guy is multifaceted. Love how he catches out of the backfield. Love how they line him up all over that field. And somebody that has he's like a multi-tool. You could use him in so many different ways. Love that. So Miles Sanders, rookie out of Philadelphia, doing his thing. He's gonna help a lot of you guys win your championships. I know he's gonna help me. I got him in a couple of leagues. So yeah, man, Miles Sanders is my last running back. That's 12 running backs for you guys. We just wanted to give you guys a scheduling, the playoff preview, what to look forward to. Those are the guys we got.
Yes, sir. So this is Fantasy Football Crackbacks. We're going to be tuning out right now. Rock with us on the next video. We're going to talk about the wide receivers. And, check out the quarterback one that we did previously, too. Follow us at Fantasy Football Crackbacks on YouTube and Instagram. And let's get this shit. All right, y'all. Peace.